Welcome back, Truth Seeker. Friday, November 9th, 2018. One of the top international stories this morning, a terrorist attack on Bourke Street in Melbourne. And for people in Melbourne, they're probably reminded of January 20th, 2017. Similar incident, car crashes into a crowd, people killed, saying a person was stabbed to death today. I'm going to show you the parallels between these two incidents and who is truly responsible, which is the government of Australia and the nation's police, which are controlled by Freemasonry, which is the exact same thing all across this world. All throughout this world, terrorist stunts are orchestrated by world governments to put fear in their people so that they can be reminded why they need Big Brother or government to keep them safe, when in fact it is government that is taking these people's tax dollars and using it to terrorize them. Do not forget that the original definition of terrorism is government by intimidation. The proof to see through all of these rituals, which are carried out by the government, is within the English language. There's a secret about English, which very few English-speaking people know, and that is the practice of coding numbers into words, which dates back to the days of Hebrew. This practice of coding numbers into words is called Gematria. It's important to some folks within Judaism, and it's also important to some folks within Freemasonry. And of course, Freemasonry is largely based in Judaism and the Old Testament. So anyway, we're going to get to why today, November 9th, and the evidence that it is Freemasonry behind these rituals. Let's just start here. Melbourne in Gematria has the same values as Freemason. Perfect overlap. And in Hebrew, the word Freemason sums to 48, just like it does in English. 42, very special number, as is 48. Propaganda also sums to 48. So does false flag. So does hoax. So does Illuminati. And a lot of people laugh at the word Illuminati, not realizing that it's a real thing. Established May 1st, 1776. It was a Masonic network. Masonry is the pursuit of light. Illuminati means in the light. So here's some classic Masonic symbolism. You see the all-seeing eye above the checkerboard floor, the pillars, the arch. The all-seeing eye, a very important symbol to the Masons. There was a big Masonic gathering in London last year for Halloween, the birthplace of modern Freemasonry, and they paid big tribute to the all-seeing eye. Now, here's the thing about all-seeing eye in light of the date November 9th. A lot of the world writes the date November 9th, 9/11. Other parts write it 11/9, such as here in the United States of America, a nation founded by Freemasons. And notice all-seeing eye sums to 119, like 11/9. Orthodox sums to 119. So does Star of David. And don't forget the New York Times article from October 6, 1940. New World Order pledged to Jews. The New World Order is a Masonic world order. It is very much a Zionist world order. Cover more on that in a moment. Here are the major parallels between January 20th, 2017 and today, November 9th, 2018. Both dates with 58 numerology, one of the most special numbers to Freemasonry. Freemasonry equals 58, Rosicrucian equals 58, Secret Society equals 58, Solomon's Temple equals 58. Freemasonry's secrets are based in Solomon's Temple. The word tracing board equals 58. You have to complete a tracing board for each of your first 3 degrees in Freemasonry, plus a whole lot more. Again, I have a book, 800 pages long, give you a very long list of things related to Freemasonry and the number 58. Not an accident that both of these events in Melbourne, very similar, came on dates with 58 numerology. And they were probably wishing in 2017 that January 19th would have had the 58 numerology. You know, it was just a day after, another 119 date. Both dates were also dates with 38 numerology. Stabbing equals 38. That was part of the formula in both incidents. Death equals 38, murder 38, killing 38, RIP 38. Could add to that list Masonic equals 38. So does English. So does Gematria. Again, this practice of coding numbers into words. As for November 9th, why is it the perfect day for a terrorist event? Notice it's the 313th day of the year, leaving 52 days remaining. 313 is the 65th prime number, the 65th prime. 52 and 65 both connect to the word terrorist in our base ciphers. There's 4 base ciphers: the alphabetic order with the rules of numerology, the reverse alphabetic order, and the reverse alphabetic order with the rules of numerology. Terrorist, 52, 65, again, 313, the 65th prime number. Perfect. I'm waiting for them to put out the name of the attack, the attacker. Just for another example, last time, January 20th, 2017, they said it was a 26-year-old and they named him as Demetrius Gargasoulis. His name has gematria of 96. With the alphabetic order, Freemason equals 96. With the alphabetic order and rules of numerology, Freemason equals 42. The divisors of 42 sum to 96. The word math with the alphabetic order is 42. The word knowledge with the alphabetic order is 96. And with the alphabetic order and rules of numerology is 42. All of this stuff is secret knowledge based in mathematics. You know, divisors of 42, add them up, 96. Not an accident. All Freemason propaganda. If you haven't read my book, the first chapter is why are there 26 letters in the English alphabet? It's the number that represents God. This whole code is in tribute to God, and the way the tyrants use it is to play God over the masses with their daily lives. As for this happening on Bourke Street, notice the gematria of 75. That's like New World Order, like order out of chaos. And don't forget, October 6, 1940, the day the New World Order was pledged to the Jews, according to the New York Times, that was a date with 75 numerology. The Masonic motto is order out of chaos. Create the problem, provide the solution. So the premier in this town who spoke out about this after it happened, he's Daniel Andrews. He's 46 years old. 46, right? The Masonic motto for order out of chaos is ordo ab cal, Latin, which sums to 46, just like the word chaos equals 46 in English. Another number we find in these incidents often. Even better, the I should also mention that Daniel Andrews, from his birthday, July 6th, which is the 187th day of the year, from his birthday to today's is the 127th day of his age. Scottish Rite of Freemasonry equals 127, the most powerful branch of Freemasonry in the world. No doubt this man is a member. Notice also the 18 weeks in one day. We're going to talk about how this is 181 days from the Prime Minister's birthday, the 42nd prime. We'll get there in just a moment. But about this man's birthday being July 6th, that's the 187th day of the year. Ancient Accepted Scottish Rite of Freemasonry, 187. The full title. Of course, they said the killer yelled Allahu Akbar, which is also something that they do routinely at these drills, simulating Islamic terrorism. Don't forget, Allahu Akbar sums to 74, like Muhammad, I should mention. Also like stabbing, killing, Masonic, Jewish, gematria, English. London is another word you could add to that list. Holiday 74, Independence Day 74. Think about us in the U.S. with our 7/4 Independence Day. As for the Prime Minister, whose name is Scott, Scott sums to 58, like Freemasonry, like secret society, like Scottish, as in Scottish Rite of Freemasonry. Scott Morrison, from his birthday, May 13th, to today's is 181st day of his age, which again is the 42nd prime number. Melbourne 42, Freemason 42. Same numbers as last time. For the record, the word stab, 42. And something I didn't do was decode these emphasized phrases in the headlines. There's always gems in these. And let's just see. Barbecue style gas cylinders. Let's see what's there. Barbecue style gas cylinders. Barbecue. What was it? Style gas cylinders. Come back here and look. Barbecue style gas cylinders. I think I got it right. You see this 103 right here? That's a number of the Scottish Rite. Scottish 103. What else was here? 149, that's 35th prime. I'm trying to think how that would relate to this incident. Sometimes I got to think about these things for a second. But right away, this is our most pure cipher of the 4 base ciphers, the alphabetic order with the rules of numerology. No doubt, Scottish Rite of Freemasonry tribute. 401, the 79th prime. 79 is a murder number. So this is a murder story. What else do they have emphasized up here? We talked about why terror. Let's see. Okay. I almost forgot to go to the end of this. Notice the terror is 94, right? So glad I just saw that. And I want to tell you about these other numbers too, but let's just start with the 94. I almost forgot a huge piece of this. From the May 20th, 2000, or not May 20th, the January 20th, 2017 terror attack on Melbourne to the November 9th, 2018 terror attack is 94 weeks later. You see that? Terror, same spot, 94 weeks apart. When you write out 94, it sums to 147. Like Freemason equals 147, like conspiracy equals 147. And again, look at artifacts in this world. Look at the White House in the town Washington, D.C. in the United States, named after the Scottish Rite Freemason George Washington. On that building, there's 147 windows. U.S. president equals 147. President of the United States equals 147. And the U.S., you might have heard about our Supreme Court Justice collapsing, Ruth Bader Ginsburg. That happened on Trump's 147th day of his age. Not by accident. Masonry is a death cult. They use death, murder, killing to achieve their goals, killing their enemies, using it to scare the populace. They are very simple in their tactics, and the reason they are is because they're effective. They do the things that work. Murder is definitely one of those things. So we get these terror events 94 weeks apart. Almost forgot that. Thank goodness we're checking the headlines. But again, anytime mainstream media emphasizes words, it's because they've coded numbers behind it that are relevant to the attack, the event, the story. Every single time, no exceptions. You learn the code well enough, you see through what they're emphasizing. Terrorist. What's terrorist incident equal? Let's see. We talked about terrorist. Oops, we got to spell it right. We talked about terrorists, the day leaving 52 days left in the year. The 313th day, the 65th prime. You know how they said last time he was 26 years old? Notice terrorist is 101. That's the 26th prime number. Last time the terrorist was 26 years old. Also, notice the 142, another number that comes up often. For example, September 11th, they said that attack lasted an hour and 42 minutes. See that? Terrorist incident. Huh. Well, of course it is. It's 94, right? It's 94, like how they're 94 weeks apart. Notice the 239? That's the 52nd prime on the day leaving 52 days left in the year. You know, last year we showed how the Super Bowl was going to be the Eagles and the Patriots 4 or 5 months before it was played because of what Donald Trump did on September 23rd. You know, 23/9 before Super Bowl 52. The flag sewn in Philadelphia at 239 Arch Street. You know, Notice also the 113, big number of the Scottish Rite of Freemasonry. And like I said, Scottish Rite that runs the rituals throughout the world. They're the most powerful branch of Freemasonry. They're the most Jewish branch. This is how they operate. The Scottish Rite of Freemasonry needs to be done away with, period. They're evil. This is what they do. They need to be shut down. They need to be exposed for what they are. Now, let me clarify my words. There's plenty of people who are in the Scottish Rite of Freemasonry who aren't evil, who've joined this fraternity because they want brotherhood, they want to learn secrets of the world, they want to learn hidden knowledge. That's the lower level. And if it was just that way, I wouldn't be on here harping against Freemasonry. But what I'm talking about is the tyrants at the top, the people who control world government, who are responsible for these events. That's the distinction, and it's a big distinction. Oh, yeah, those are the big ones right there. Again, you decode the headlines, you see through what's really going on. What are the odds of all of these parallels and then these events being 94 weeks apart and terror being 94 and terrorist incident being 94? What are the odds? And again, look at what's going on all throughout the world. Police looking more and more like military. The police state, the military dictatorship growing across the world. These police logos here, you can see on the shoulder. I bet you if you measure that degree, it's the same as the Masonic compass. I bet you it's at 47 degrees, the tribute to the 47th problem of Euclid. If you write policeman, it's 47. If you write cop, it's 47. If you write government, notice government's 47 and 52. So is authority, 47, 52. And my lady just entered the room, so I think that means we got to get going here. Got to take her to school. Is it time to go? Yeah, I got a silent nod. All right, you guys, if you're not signed up for the Patreon page, I'm doing an hour-long podcast every single day. That's what's up next. And if you're on that Patreon page, you learn a lot. Friday night, teach you guys how to decode sports. All sorts of information you want to know in this world. Lucrative information. Gives you the eyes to see, and if you're the gambling type, you can use this code to get ahead of those betting lines. All right, Truth Seeker. Until next time.